Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, here we have today a Mazda 6. This is the 2.2 diesel, 150 PS. So this is the incredibly fuel efficient, torquey diesel engine in the Mazda 6 range. This is the SE-L spec, so it's a really good spec which we'll go through in more detail as we get in the car. This is presented in black mica paint, so it's like a black paint with sort of sparkles in it. You can really see it when the sun comes out, so that won't be today. And it's got the black cloth interior. Now, as I take you around the car, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background. We took this car in part exchange. The gentleman was a big fan of the Mazda 6, and he purchased our Mazda 6 demo, which is much the same as this but newer, same shape, but you know, with a few revisions. But he fancied an automatic, so he went away with that on Saturday, and we're delighted to have his car in part exchange to have on our used car offering. Now, these cars are incredibly comfortable and incredibly roomy. So I'm going to start at the back of the vehicle. Now look at that boot. Now I do apologise, this car's not been fully valeted yet, but look at the size of that boot, okay? And the seats go down, so you've got these little levers here, and the seats will fold. All right. Now, like with many cars these days, there's no spare wheel, but you have a space for one should you require one. So we'll have this all valeted up. Looks like it's had a muddy boot there. Ready for the next owner. Now remember I mentioned SKYACTIV. So basically what that is Mazda's sort of slogan, which incorporates, you know, fuel efficient engines, gearboxes, chassis, the way the car's made, etc, etc. So there's a real focus on CO2. Now this car, don't quote me, but this car has got very low CO2. I think it's like 107 grams, 106 grams. But basically what that equates to is this car will cost you £20 a year. Yes, £20 a year to tax. So a massive selling point. All right. And it's super good on fuel. This will do, like, on the long runs, probably 55, 60 miles to the gallon. And I think round town, if you're just doing short journeys, 42 probably to the gallon. And they're incredibly torquey. They make the petrol variants feel rather slow, to be honest. Now let me show you the room in the back seats here. Look at that, enormous. So we sell these to plenty of families. Golfers seem to like this car as well. I don't know why, probably because of the boot and the security, and families. Now look at that, you've got ISOFIX anchorages in the back there, the two outer seats, all in great shape, but we'll give it a clean. And you've got the all-important centre armrest with cup holders. Headlining's all good. Yeah, it's been well looked after car. Now I've got the service history for the car on the seat of the car, which we'll go through in a minute. I've put some new mats in the vehicle. You've got a 6-speed gearbox, multi-media commander there, cup holders, armrest, handbrake. The later cars had an electric handbrake, so this has got a keep you fit handbrake. Climate control. This is your music, sat nav, telephone, etc. So before we go around the other side, books, locking wheel nut are in here. They're all the original books, etc. And yeah, it's all in really good shape. So let's make our way round. Now there are a few little minor bits and pieces I need to do on this car. For example, there's a little dimple there that my dent man will take out, and there'll be a few touch-ins and a few bits that we need to polish. So I'm going to get my valeter on that straight away. You've got electric windows, mirrors. They do fold in as well. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute. And here you've got traction control, tyre pressure monitoring, engine start-stop technology, so it'll turn on and off in traffic, which, you know, it's ultimately better for the environment, but it will save you money. I think that's the main attraction, because it'll switch the engine off and it won't be running using up the diesel. And we've all seen the price of fuel these days, so if we can save some, all the better. You've got height adjustable driver's seat, you've got lumbar there, can you see that moving there? Now let's hop in. Now our customer, he came from, where did he come from? Maidenhead Way, I believe it was. So it wasn't close. So he actually came down, looked at our car, was delighted with it, and took it away. So he only gave us one key, but we do have a second one. He has a second one. It's in the post to us. So I like to be as honest as possible. So the car will come with 2 keys. Now, foot on the clutch. This will go green. Press the button. Car fires into life. No warning lights. Oh, look, he's left us with a full tank of fuel, which is superb. The car's done 75,747 miles. Now, take a look at this. So, this car was supplied by Hughes Mazda in Farnham Common, which I know really well. Reason being, I used to work at TW White's Weybridge. This isn't too far away, and my colleague at Weybridge actually lived in Farnham Common, and I used to think it was quite ironic that he should leave his house in the morning and travel sort of 30 miles to work when he could just walk across the road. But he has his loyalties to TW White's. But yes, it was supplied there by Hughes Mazda. Hughes Mazda I think they shut the franchise, but they still service the cars there. Okay, they closed as a Mazda franchise a few years ago. So PDI was done there when it had 11 miles on it. They were actually a Mazda and SEAT dealer from memory. And then in September the following year, 13,122 at its first year service. Then again in 16 at 27,746 miles. There you go. And then it's turned to Little Wick Green Mazda, because that's in 2017, I believe, when they shut. So they're a Mazda service agent. So servicing 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21. Look at that, only on the 14th of December at 75223. 75223. So like just over 500 miles ago, this car was serviced. The MOT is only short, so we shall put an MOT on the vehicle. Now this car will be and is a Mazda used approved car. So it will have a 12-month Mazda ZZ Plus used car warranty, which incorporates 12 months roadside assistance. That's European cover, home start, not one of these sort of skeleton policies. And it will also have MOT insurance for the first year. Back to the car. So you've got cruise control, auto wipers, auto lights, volume, answer a call, decline a call. You've got up, down, in and out on your steering wheel. You've got climate control here. You've got, now this is your sat nav, look, FM, AM, Bluetooth, USB. You've got USB in the glove, in the armrest, so you can play your music or plug your iPod in, etc. But once you've paired your phone up, you can stream music. I think that's where most people are doing these days. It has a CD player. Oh, it's got a CD in here, I think. Oh, let's see what we got. Okay, so CD player. I better take that out for safekeeping. The Ultimate 70s collection. Oh, maybe in danger of listening to that. So you've got your radio here. You've got your sat nav. Okay, sat nav's dead easy to use. It's a TomTom based sat nav, which is probably the most user-friendly sat nav you can find. Put your postcode in and off you go. Okay, nav, phone, audio, so all great stuff. And you've got parking sensors. You've got front and rear. So in fact we're on private land here, so I'm going to show you. So as you reverse, I mean, I think this is better than a camera. Can you have a camera fitted? No, I don't think you can, but you probably can. Anything can be done, but I think this is far better because the beeps are good enough for me, I must admit. But when you're getting into a tight spot, it's always nice to know what angle the obstacle's coming from. You see that there? So it's coming from directly behind. All right, but if it was coming from a corner, it would come up there, and that goes for the front as well. So I really like these systems. I find them delightful. I think it's a less of a distraction nowadays. 360 cameras, they're all great and fantastic, but I don't think I've ever used a 360 camera. Like, I've been in cars, I've used cars, I've had cars with them, but I think this is really good, and I think it's safer to not be looking, or completely focused at a screen, but obviously that's personal preference. Okay, so you've got parking sensors front and rear, climate, phone, so well equipped car, auto dimming rear view mirror, tire pressure monitoring system, okay, traction control. So should your tire pressures fall 4 psi or more, a little symbol, let me show you, there you go, comes up like that. It will stay on constantly, and what will happen is you then need to check your tire pressures, reset the system, okay, and off you go. I think it's a good system because 4 psi, your tire may not look flat or feel flat, or make the car feel any different to drive, but it will affect your fuel consumption, your general efficiency of the car, and also the safety of the car, the braking, the cornering, etc, etc. Okay, so if there's any more photos that you'd require for the car, or videos, please don't hesitate to ask. Nothing is too much bother, and do inquire at any time of day. Our phones are manned 8:30 till 6:30 Monday to Friday, 8:30 till 6 Saturday, 10 till 4 Sunday. However, we do pick up messages out of hours and emails, so please don't hesitate to contact us. If you like myself, I am often looking at things whilst I'm watching telly at home, perusing the internet, and it's always nice to get a response. Warranty I've mentioned. We have great finance facilities. We have the facility to extend the warranty for up to 3 years, and we take anything in part exchange, and I really do mean that. And I would say do give us a try before you just try disposing of your own car. If you have a part exchange, I know there's a lot of hype out there, sell your car and get a better deal and all that. I must disagree with a lot of that. We will give you the best deal with a part exchange. Okay, we retail a lot of non-franchise cars, so non-Mazda, Suzuki. So yeah, do try us. Obviously, go online, get an idea of what your car's worth, by all means, to know that you're being treated fairly. We do like to treat you as fairly as possible, and we like the whole experience to be as seamless and enjoyable as possible. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed my video. I hope it's been informative, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye bye.